Steve, coming into this game, game one, a lot of people put importance on that game one. How much importance do you put on that game here in Texas?
Well, it's an important game, I think, for both hockey clubs. Obviously, you want to step off on the right foot, but we know it's going to be a tough series. I'm sure Willie Desjardins would say the same thing. So both teams want to play well. I think there's probably going to be a feeling out process early in the game, but I think once the puck drops, it'll start cranking up gradually as the game moves on.
You've had some good series so far in the Calder Cup playoffs out of Peter Holland. What do you expect out of him on leadership scale tonight?
Well, we break this down as a team game, but it also becomes a one-on-one game where you look at Moran for them, you look at Holland for us, and you look at the different pieces they have, you look at the different pieces that we have, that they have. So it's a team game, but it also becomes an individual tennis match as well. So we need Pete to be as good as their best players, and we need to find that individual effort from all of our players. But he's a special player for us, and we'll ride him hard.
Defensively, they have supported their goaltender well. How do you attack this game tonight from a forward's perspective?
Well, we're not going to change our game plan. We've got a heavy hockey club. We like to get to the net. We play with an aggression, and we have to continue with that without taking penalties. So we'll make sure we're getting pucks to the net, we're getting bodies to the net, and Nilstorp's a very good goaltender. So if he's the guy that's going here tonight, we're going to have a presence in front of him.
What do you see out of them that, as far as their speed and skill is concerned, it obviously did the job throughout the regular season? Well,
they've been the best team in the American Hockey League so far this year statistically. They've got the leading scorer in the league. They've got the Rookie of the Year in their lineup. So we know how good they are. But we're not taking anything away from our hockey club. We're a confident team, and we're going to make sure that we put our best foot forward. But it's going to be a good series, and we're prepared for it.
What are some of the things they did in that series against Grand Rapids that makes them such a challenging opponent that you can build off of and scout from that?
Well, I think they thrive on when they score, they seem to score in bunches. They come at you, they feed off that emotion. So we're going to have to make sure we keep this game structured and make sure that we don't open it up. They're a team that can open up. We can't. And they're very, very well coached, but they play a game that may be a little bit different than ours, and we've got to manage the puck very well or they're going to hurt us.
When you take a look at their defensive groups and just kind of how they kind of use them, not really to push the play, but kind of spark the play a little bit. How do you try and plan for that, or where they try and use those to kind of set up rushes as opposed to them pushing the puck?
Yeah, we know how good their back end is, how mobile it is, and what we have to do is get pucks in behind them. I'm sure Willie's going to be prepared for that, but if we turn over pucks and allow their defense to become part of the rush, we know they're going to make it tough on us. So we've got to make sure it gets in deep, and guys like Fortunas, guys like Meach, guys like Gauntz, we've got to make sure they're up against the glass as much as possible and try to eliminate their ability to jump in.
What's the chess match for you against Willie, a guy who you've shared a bench with before?
You know what, well, first of all, it's going to be great coaching against him. He's a mentor. He's a guy that I've learned a lot from, and to be coaching against him is definitely a thrill for me. But once the puck drops, obviously the friendship goes aside for 2.5 hours, but after the game, it'll be great seeing him.